Welcome everyone to this exciting interview segment. Today we have the pleasure of sitting down again with Alex Hook, star of the uh, Hallmark TV show The Way Home. Join us as we delve into Alex's insights into her character and the challenges of filming this show. Thank you for being here, Alex.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
It's a pleasure. So, can you tell us a little bit about your character in this season 3 of The Way Home?
Yeah, so there's actually not much to my character this season, and you'll quickly figure out why.
Yeah,
Actually, there's a new episode coming out tonight,
yeah.
and you'll enter some of the 70s. And so that's where majority of this season is actually taking place, is discovering some of Colton's background, which most of it happens in the 70s timeline. So I can't say much about my character because I can say that I'm in the season, but I can't give away too much in terms of what my role is, how long, how much time, and why we're back into my timeline. So I can't give away too many things yet.
Oh. And uh, what do you think makes this season 3 so special and captivating to watch in general?
Yeah, it's just an entirely new decade that we're exploring. So we've had the 90s, of course, in the first season, the 1800s in the second season, and then now we're entering the 70s. And just when you thought, you've seen all the different types of outfits and hair and makeup, now this is an entirely new decade where you can really dive into an era that a lot of people might not be able to relate to because they, haven't been born yet or they weren't of age in that time to fully understand and immerse in that culture. So it's really interesting just to be able to live through the screen in the 70s.
Yeah,
um, but there's also just more discovery into a lot of the characters' backgrounds and families and their upbringing and a lot of their relationships. So tonight, actually, we'll discover a little bit more about Vic Augustine, who's Elliot's father, and maybe why he's turned out to be such a, stern father and maybe not the best father that you can be for your child, but you get to understand a little bit more about his background tonight. So it just really uncovers a lot more about the characters that you've known in the last two seasons and why they are the way that they are.
great. And what was it like working again with the rest of the casting crew on set?
It was so good and so nostalgic to be back. Because when you're filming a show, you never know how it will be received, if there's gonna be a second or even third season or what that will look like. So you're kind of just working in the moment and trying to enjoy yourself, day by day. So to look back and think that, oh my goodness, we're in a third season and it's been 3 years with the same cast and fortunately the same crew, which sometimes isn't always the case, but I guess the crew just loved it so much that they wanted to come back, which
Yeah,
says a lot about the project and the people involved. So yeah, it was just really nice being, back on the sets, back on the farm, back with people that I, have worked with for so many years. Yeah, it's really heartwarming, I guess.
great. And
Mhm.
can you tell us your favorite scene or moment while filming this season 3?
I can't give too much about the scenes or the moments, but I think kind of away from the show itself, one of my
Yeah,
favorite moments for Alex was coming back to set in my, you know, hair, makeup as dressed as Teen Cat, and the showrunners, Alex and Heather Conkey, both just gave us a big hug and said, thank you for coming back. Like, because it's just the teens are, I think, what made like the first season slightly more youthful and in that sense. So, because there was so much that happened in the first season. So, I think everyone just felt that nostalgia when we first stepped back on set.
yeah.
So I'd say that my favorite moment from this season and filming this season was just getting back to it, getting back behind that camera, and it was really familiar for not just the cast, but the whole crew too.
Great.
Mhm.
And how would you describe with 3 words this season three?
Ooh, okay. Um, Uncovering, 70s,
Mm.
and answers.
Oh,
A lot of answers, yeah. I mean, just as many questions as there are answers. I know we're gonna answer a lot of things that, have yet to be answered in the first two seasons, but just as any exciting story, there's gonna be so many more questions too that, viewers are thinking, "Oh my goodness, what does that mean? What is gonna happen?" Yeah. It's a really exciting, exciting season. It's gonna give people whiplash.
we will see. So, change of subject. Um, is there another movie, another TV show, sorry, that you are in? It's better.
Oh yeah, yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about your character in this show and some insights?
Yeah, so for those who don't know, Bet is a upcoming live action version of an existing manga that's on Netflix. So it's essentially just like an anime, and it's called Kakiguru. And so we this summer filmed in Toronto, actually, in my home city, which was very convenient for me.
Yeah,
Filmed the live action version of this. So there's a lot of recycled characters from the original manga, which was important because we wanted to stay true to that story. But there are some new characters too, just to supplement some of the new storyline that our showrunners have written, who are amazing and so talented. So my character is actually one of those new storylines. So that's also something that I don't want to speak too much to, just in case. But it was such a fun and crazy shoot because you're trying to replicate some of the chaos and some of the, I think, like exaggeration that anime has just in like the nature of, the stories. A lot of it just seems so far-fetched, and we tried to really replicate some of that into the live action version too. So every day on set, there's just special effects makeup and crazy camera angles, and lighting was phenomenal. So it was like being in I don't know, like a carnival every single day.
great. And for whom they are not into anime like me, can you tell us if your character is a original one or a one of the anime?
Yeah, so my character's new. So my
You.
character's not in the old anime. I want to say that a lot of the new characters are definitely inspired by characters in the anime. So I don't know for a fact if mine is is this case, but I know some of the characters were combinations of the original anime characters. So there were some storylines and personality traits were pulled from multiple anime characters to create one live action character.
Great, amazing. And do you know when it will come out? On
That I don't know. That I'm waiting to hear the answers for.
Great. So,
Mhm.
the last question. Can you tease something about your next projects?
Yeah, as of right now, I actually don't have anything lined up. Um, yeah, since the year just started, there's a lot of things that are, just coming back to normal and like given the holiday and everything. So I'm hoping in the next few weeks everything just kind of picks up and I can see what happens. Who knows what's going to happen with The Way Home, if there's going to be another season there. Yeah, lots ahead. So I'm very excited to see what happens.
And good luck, so.
Thank you.
So, this is it. Make sure, all of you, to watch the season three of the Way Home every Fridays on the Hallmark channel and the day after on Hallmark Plus. And yeah,
Yeah, and in Canada, in case you're in Canada and want to watch it, it's Sunday nights on the W Network.
Great, great. And thank you, Alex, to join us today. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much. This was lovely.
Yeah, for me too. And thank you all for watching. Bye.
Take care.